Hey everyone, happy Monday. Today we're going to be talking about multi-step word problems. So for multi-step word problems, they are going to be any type of word problem that requires you to do more than one operation. So they could be multiplication and division, they could be multiplication and addition, addition and subtraction. Any of the four operations, you're going to be doing two of them in a multi-step problem. Two or more, I should say. So let's take a look at a few examples or a couple of examples I have here as just a way to freshen your mind to what you're looking for in multi-step word problems. Okay. So my first word problem here says that Mia was at work and was using a copy machine that has the ability to make 200 copies every minute. I'm going to underline that. 200 copies every minute. She did this for an hour. How many copies did Mia make every half hour? So what you're going to notice in a multi-step problem is that there's going to be a couple different questions you have to answer in order to get to the final answer. So I know that she can make 200 copies in a minute, so I'm going to start with the information that I have. She can make 200 copies each minute. And then we want to think about, well, how many minutes are in an hour? Because she did this for an hour, right? So an hour equals, think about it, 60 minutes. I'm just going to write M for minutes. Okay, so she can make 200 copies every minute, and there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. So if she's making copies for 60 minutes, then the first part of our problem will tell us how many copies she makes in 1 hour. Remember, ultimately the question is, what does she make every half hour? But we have to find out this portion before we can find out this portion. So she makes 200 copies every hour, every 60 minutes. So that would be 200 times 60 would give us our answer. Well, we can use our zero trick. 6 times 2 makes 12, and then count our 3 zeros, add 3 zeros. Okay, 3 from the back makes that 12,000 in 1 hour. So in 1 hour, she makes 12,000 copies. But we want to know, what does she make every half hour? So we could find this out two different ways, right? We can think about, well, a half hour means half of an hour. So what would be half of 12? Well, half of 12,000 would be 6,000. Okay, so a half hour would mean that she made 6,000 copies. We can double check that by knowing that this would be the same as figuring out her 200 copies times 30 minutes, because 30 minutes would be a half hour, or half of 60, right? So I can double check this with this math. 3 times 2 is 6, and then I've got 3 zeros that I'll add to my end here. Okay, so either way, I had to do two different steps. First, I had to figure out how many minutes were in an hour and multiply that, and then I could use that to figure out how many copies she made in a half hour. So it's important with multi-step problems that you pay attention. The question that's asked isn't always going to be what you predict, right? When we first started reading this question, we could probably predict that the question was going to ask, how many copies does she make in an hour? But really, it was, how many does she make in a half hour? That's the tricky part of multi-step questions, because you already have a picture in your mind of what you're going to be asked to do. Do not make that picture until you have read every sentence. Let's look at another one. John took his wife and 3 children to the movie theater. He got everyone in his family the same combo, a large popcorn and a soda. Each combo costs $9. I'm going to underline that because it's important money information. He started out with $50. How much money does he have left? Well, in order to find out how much money he has left, first we have to figure out, well, how much did he spend? Okay, he didn't just spend $9. He spent $9 for every single person in his family. So we have a few steps to this. First, how many people are in his family total? Because he got everybody the same combo, including himself, I'm assuming, right? So we've got John and his wife and then his 3 kids. So that's 5 people. And 5 people each got a $9 combo. So first we can figure out, well, 5 people, 5 groups of 9, right? So that would be 5 times the $9. Let my little dollar symbol, right? So we can think about, well, first, how much money did he spend? He spent 5 groups of $9. So he spent $45 in all. Now it's saying, how much money does he have left? The question is not how much money did he spend, it's how much money does he have left. So the next step is to think about, well, he started with $50 and then he spent $45. So this could be a subtraction problem. 50 minus that 45 would mean he was left with $5. Okay, the key to multi-step problems is to read everything carefully, underline your important parts of the question, and really think about, what is the question asking you? Do not try and predict it before you've read all the information, because that is where you will get stuck. All right, guys, happy Monday, and please come visit me at office hours if you have any questions.